Okay, so with step one, we learned, let's watch the people that have done it better than us, so then we can learn how to speak what they have already spoken, what they have already understood. The same as a toddler will look at their parents to learn how to talk. Step two is, now that you know how to speak, let's learn how to read it. Let's learn how to write it. Let's learn how to understand what we are saying. Let's learn how to spell out these words that we're saying, right? So if you're playing a beat, let's be able to read it. Let's be able to write it. Let's be able to transpose it. Let's be able to understand tempo, so on and so forth. The third part and the last part is the most important part, and that is taking what you've learned by way of talking, take what you've learned by way of learning how to read it and write it. So take what you learned by learning how to play drums, what you've learned how to read it and write it and everything like that. And now the third part is application. We want to hear what you have to say with this. We've already heard everybody else. We had Buddy Rich, we've had Steve Smith, we've had Tony Rushing Jr., we've had Eric Moore, Marvin McQuitty, everybody I've said in other videos. We've had them, but we need you. We don't want to hear you say what they've already said. We don't want to hear you say what your friend has already said. We want to hear what you have to say, because you are that important to what we do as percussionists and musicians, as an entertainer, as a teacher, as a student. If you hold something that can strike something, we want to hear what you have to say, because it's important. It is so important for us to then push the envelope. I'm a different guy, and I'm a blessed guy, because again, like I've said in the first video, I think, I'm a drummer with cerebral palsy. I don't have an option but to have a very unique vocabulary and individual footprint in the world of percussion, because there's not many out there like me. There are people out there like me, but not many. And so I have had a very unique opportunity to be an individual and say specifically what I want to say that not many other people can say. Regardless on if you have a disability or not, though, we need to hear what you have to say, because it is important to continue pushing the world of percussion. I don't care if you play drum set, I don't care if you play mallets, I don't care if you play Latin percussion. We want to hear you. So, get to practicing, get to reading and writing, don't ever stop that. Get to practicing again, get to working on your individualism, and then get to practicing. If you like this, let me know, let the Percussive Arts Society know, and I'll make sure to try and figure out another series, and we'll keep this thing going.